Hi, and welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Paul Steele from Bethlehem Church in Austin, Minnesota. The Bottom Line is our weekly summary of the previous Sunday's sermon. And on Sunday, we've completed sermon number 13 in this series we've been calling Asking for a Friend, where we've answered difficult questions people have about God, the Bible, what it means to follow Jesus. The question we answered on Sunday was, what is the difference between being spiritual and being religious? What's the difference between being spiritual and being religious? When it comes to having a relationship with God, our culture basically offers you one of two options. You can be spiritual or you can be religious. Now, when we talk about being spiritual, what we're talking about is having a connection with the world around us, with people, with God. And in this way, you're having this connection with God. It's about feeling. When we're talking about religion, what we're talking about is having a set of doctrine, we're having a set of traditions that you're committed to. So basically, you could sum up the difference between having a feeling and being committed. Now, when it comes to actually having a relationship with God, both these options can lead you away from God. You know, you can be spiritual and not even believe in God. You can follow a false religion, and this will lead you away from the God of the Bible, the God who created us. But they're both equally valid when it comes to pursuing God, having a relationship with God when you have faith. See, God created us differently. And so some of us are going to be drawn more towards the spiritual end of things, and others of us are going to be drawn more towards the religious end of things. But what is needed, whether you're more spiritual or more religious, what is needed is a faith in Jesus. So if we're going to have a relationship with God, the most important part of that is having faith. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 6, Paul says, what is most important is faith expressing itself in love. Faith expressing itself in love. Remember, the great commandment that we are, as God's people, to live is to love God and to love people. So if our faith isn't informing that and helping us better love God and love people, then whatever we're doing isn't working. So being spiritual, being religious, what it needs to have is faith. And that faith, combined with the religion or with the spirituality, is to move us to becoming the people that God created us to be, people of love. So here's our big idea from Sunday. Having a relationship with God isn't about being religious or being spiritual, but having faith in Jesus. And in the church, we need both. We need people who are spiritual and we need people who are religious, because we're going to push one another, we're going to challenge one another, we're going to keep one another accountable. So what is needed is faith in Jesus. And our challenge this week is to spend this week practicing a spiritual discipline that you normally wouldn't do. Maybe you meditate or pray or study or journal or write down and find times to serve. So spend time doing a spiritual discipline that you normally wouldn't do. Hey, thank you for being part of Bethlehem, even if you can't be here with us in person. Remember, you can join us Sunday mornings at 10:30 in person here in Austin, Minnesota, next to Ellis Middle School. You can join us on YouTube or Facebook as we live stream our service as well. And if you want to join us in the ministry we're doing here in Austin, the best way you can do that is to give. So you can go to our website, Bethlehem Church Austin.com, and follow the Give tab. And if you have any prayer requests that you'd like me to be praying about, let me know. I'd be glad to add you to my prayer list. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and God bless.